आप तो धुरंधर हो ना when it comes to jewelry business. What was the strongest pushback you received?
I still remember the first order of Candier. The folk ordered for his engagement and we goofed up completely.
The legacy brands are now doing jewelry. We have seen Bulgari, we have seen Cartier. Such bolna. Is it worth it? In the US, there was an engagement. The boyfriend gifted a $2,000 engagement ring, which was a lab-grown diamond. But he said, I don't want lab, I want natural. Do you think this decision becomes so emotional when it comes to weddings and proposals? A lot of Western celebrities, especially in Hollywood, we have seen Leonardo DiCaprio talk about it. We have seen Emma Stone wear lab-grown diamond, which is so beautiful, right? In a red carpet, Bollywood celebrities coming in the red carpet.
Now we're going to hit the red carpet.
They are not necessarily promoting lab-grown diamonds. Why is that case? De Beers spent 100 years telling everyone that diamond is forever. Here comes a lab diamond which is made in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then you tell them that, hey, this has emotional value. Is this a marketing gimmick?
I think the scarcity that they created, that
Naysayers are still saying that China is going to produce huge amount of lab diamonds, India is going to produce huge amount of lab diamonds, the price is going to crash. ये रत्ती के भाव बिकेगा is what we have heard. What are your thoughts on those?
so I think that is
For decades, diamonds were sold on one powerful idea: rarity. Mined from the earth, controlled supply, high prices. And an emotional story that rarely got questioned. But today, that belief is crackling. In the US, close to half of engagement rings now use lab-grown diamonds. Gold and silver prices are nearly historic highs. Gen Z is questioning whether expensive automatically means valuable. And India, the country that cuts and polishes most of the world's diamond, is caught between tradition and technology. Today's guest has lived both worlds. He built Candier in 2012, sold it to Kalyan Jewelers, and is now building Lucira, a lab-grown diamond brand in one of the most debated luxury categories across the world. This episode isn't about jewelry. It's about how value is created, how beliefs change, and what the future of luxury really looks like. Thank you so much, Rupesh, for being here on Find Out with Ragini, and it's a pleasure. Firstly, congratulations, Seed Round, the largest one when it comes to jewelry in India. How are you feeling about it?
thank you so much Ragini for inviting me on the podcast. I'm feeling great about it, to be very frank. But I think in the jewelry industry for us, the most important thing is to keep building it right from grounds up, because trust is the most important factor in jewelry, and definitely partnering with great VCs and founders is really good for the business, and we'll keep building business step by step from here and take it to the next level.
आप तो धुरंधर हो ना when it comes to jewelry business. You have done this for Candor. You
Yeah,
sold it to Kalyan. Great. I think they saw something in it when you were the incumbent, right? When it came to jewelry in India. And then, did you start Candor offline or online first?
No, we were purely online.
Purely online.
Yeah,
तो उस समय आपको डर नहीं लगा था when you started this?
So I come with the family background of jewelry. So jewelry is always very close to my heart, and did my engineering from Bombay, worked for L&T Infotech for 3 years, went to US, came back to India, and thought how do we integrate jewelry and technology together, because offline हमने starting से handle किया था. So this time the new thing that we wanted to try was how do we create a common platform for the countries, and second was very clearly one important thing that we wanted to solve was how do we invest less in jewelry business and grow it faster.
Okay, that was your starting point.
Yeah,
when
because jewelry requires a lot of investment for every store, and I have seen stores right from my class 5th. So I was very clear that less investment mein how do we create a good brand, and that's where Candier came into existence back in 2012, and then we started building Candier. Yeah.
So then it was sell before you make. Was that the concept? That आप
Yeah,
images
yeah.
डालोगे and then people.
Everything was GIT, just in time, where we had zero inventory in hand. After the order used to come in, we all used to
Rush
rush to Karigars, craftsmen, Zaveri Bazaar, everything, and then finally that one single product was made on time and finally delivered to the customer. I still remember the first order of Candier. It was from Bangalore, from Oracle company. The folk ordered for his engagement, and
Natural
we goofed
diamond?
up, natural diamond, and we
Okay.
goofed up completely.
You did? What is the story? We would love to know.
So the story was very simple. He ordered with a ring size of 13, and we made it 13, but the band was very broad, and normally when the band is broad, you need to make one size bigger.
Okay.
Normally, for example, for a 13 size, you need to make 14 size. We made 13, we shipped it, and he got the ring and he liked the ring, but the size was not proper, and his engagement
Proposal
was in next 3-4 days. He called us that we got the ring, but this is the problem. We told him we'll turn it around. We made the new ring in 24 hours. I flew from Bombay to Bangalore.
Was
to
it
deliver.
like quick commerce delivery that you did?
That was a quick commerce delivery for us, and finally that delivery happened, and he proposed, and that's the start of our journey. It was a 45,000 order in the online space, so we were very excited about it, and finally we delivered that, and then we got a lot of orders from Bangalore.
Wow.
So I think in startups, I think we need to keep building for our customers, and you need to go that extra mile for every single customer that you serve.
And then came Kalyan, and then it took over. It saw something in you.
Yeah.
Then now you again literally started. I mean, is this something कि jewelry runs in your blood and you have to start something in jewelry? आपने कुछ और नहीं सोचा कुछ और करने का before you started Lucira?
So I have a lot of interest in tech also. So I keep investing in a lot of tech companies. But jewelry, I think we have a very good supply chain in the backend. And since we understand jewelry in detail and lab grown diamond this time, we feel that there could be a bigger market even than the mined diamonds in the lab grown diamonds in the country now, because solitaire as a category never picked up in India. And we tried solving that during Candere days also.
That's very interesting. What does that mean? Solitaire is not picked
So
up.
India mein solitaire, since the Indian ticket value for diamond jewelry has always been capped at 1 lakh.
Okay.
And the solitaires were outside the reach of maximum people of India. So our solitaire share in Candere days was not more than 3-4% of our total sales.
Oh, okay.
But when we are doing lab grown diamonds, currently our solitaire share is approximately 80% of the total sales.
Just solitaire rings and earrings.
Solitaire rings, earrings, tennis bracelets. These three categories really.
It has become more accessible to the common people. Is
Yes,
that?
yeah,
Is that?
yeah.
So then, when you started Lucira, you started with lab-grown diamonds, where all your life you have been working with gold and natural diamonds. What made you choose this shift?
So, for us, the most important thing was always the design part. We were very clear that if we keep focusing on design, material can keep changing. Today, gold is the base metal, 14 karat has come, 9 karat has been introduced. A lot of people are even doing silver and vermeil on top of that. Gemstones have come, diamonds have come, lab grown diamonds have come. So I think material for us is not very important. For us, what is really important is the soul of that design. How do we keep focusing on that design a lot in terms of engineering, the finish part of it, and when the customer wears it, how they really feel after wearing it. That's the most important thing that we take care when we are engineering. So even after from shifting from mined diamond to lab grown diamond for Lucira this time, we were not very, it was not very different for us.
Okay.
So the soul still remains the same. We have to keep focusing on the engineering part of it and the customer experience part of it.
Does that mean that Indians look more for designs than the stones? Is that what
in
your
India,
theory is?
designs really play a very critical role, because still India is a evolving market in terms of designs. People know a lot in terms of what attire they want to wear.
Correct.
They are very clear which clothing they want to wear for their evening party or for their weddings or for their offices. But in terms of jewelry, still that entire taste is evolving, and till the time that taste evolves, we need to keep focusing on more and more designs. But I think we are very near where now a lot of people are focusing on very clear designs, and they are going to only focus on those designs. So the next Tiffany's and the Cartiers of the world will come from India for sure in terms of designs now, because I think
I have questions on Tiffany's and Cartiers, when
Yeah.
I'll come back to that later. But when you did this, where you went to lab-grown diamonds, and I remember speaking to you about it. You had a focus group and you were educating people on lab diamonds, right? So tell me, walk us through your process and tell us what was the strongest pushback you received, either from family or friends or customers, about lab-grown diamonds.
So I think our process was also very methodical when we started Lucira. So we invested.
And that was when?
So we started researching about the entire lab grown diamonds back in December of 24.
Okay.
We took like 4-5 months only to do research about what people are thinking in terms of tech, people, processes. I think a lot of things we already knew from our Candere days, but I think research was the most critical part for us. So we did a very focused group study there, and we brought in 3 different types of women groups there. People who had already bought lab grown diamonds, what were their reaction? People who only buy mined diamonds, and the women who have only purchased gold jewelry and not even lab diamonds or mined diamonds.
And this was amongst friends and family?
No. It was a proper assignment given to
Oh.
a company, and it was like a 12-hour entire day.
You were there?
I was there. I was there in all the interviews, and I was listening to all the conversations which were happening there. So we understood one thing. A lot of people who have already bought lab grown diamonds were ready to keep buying it again and again now, because they have seen the difference and they know that the product is very beautiful. The product is really in their range, and they can keep buying it again and again.
किसी को पता चलता है when you-
नहीं. Technically, it is impossible for us also as jewelers. We cannot identify a lab versus a mined diamond. Even for labs, it takes like 10 different processes for them to identify whether this is a lab diamond or a natural diamond.
Okay, that's very interesting.
So for an end customer, I think the entire offering was great because of the price points and the love for diamonds. Second set of customers were very clear that they will buy mined diamonds only for their special occasion, which was engagement.
Okay.
So for engagement, they told that we would want one mined diamond ring, but after that, for every anniversary, for every birthday, we can keep buying lab grown diamonds. So that was one customer base. And third customer base who had only bought gold jewelry, they were very clear that we did not had enough of budget to actually upgrade ourselves from gold to diamonds. But this time when lab grown diamond comes, we are more than happy to upgrade ourselves to lab grown diamonds.
But isn't there a fear that लोगों को पता चल जाएगा? It's because that is what I keep hearing from my friends and family.
Yeah.
That whenever they see anyone wearing a large stone, suddenly they feel that, oh, ये तो lab है.
Yeah.
So how do you convince people that?
So for us, we are very clear that people who are carrying themselves to such an extent where whatever they wear, either lab or mined, it is not something that they would want to define with. They are wearing it for their own personality. So since they are wearing it for their personality, it doesn't matter whether it is a lab diamond or it is mined diamond. Lot of customers, when we have spoken to them, they are very clear we would want to buy below 3 carats.
Okay.
So when they
is there a price range or is that carats?
No, carats, because above 3 carats, when you go to maybe a 5 carat or a 7 carat ring, then it starts shouting it is a lab grown diamond, because normally for a 7 carat diamond it will cost you around about 1.5 to 2 crores in terms of your mined diamond, and there are very less individuals in the country who can actually keep buying and afford 2 crore ring in their regular parties. So but if you keep wearing a 1 carat, 1.5 carat, 2 carat, which is the normal and the most fastest selling pieces for us, I think people are very comfortable, and the difference between mined and lab is not seen at all.
So you mentioned that 8 carat, 7 carat diamond में पता चल जाता है lab. How does anyone come to know?
No one knows whether this is a lab diamond or a mined diamond.
Mined diamond, yeah.
But a lot of people knows about the costing part of it. So basis the costing part.
अच्छा वो देखते हैं कि
assumption है कि भाई 8 कैरेट का रिंग तो
afford नहीं कर सकते,
afford नहीं कर सकते, because कितने लोग 2-3 करोड़ का रिंग पहन के आएंगे.
Sure.
So I think that's the reaction that people will have, but I think 2 carat, 3 carat is something which is selling very, very fast for us.
Right now also.
Yeah.
And what was the strongest pushback you received from your customers who had previously shopped from you from Candere, I'm assuming, or from your own stores?
Yeah.
What was their strongest pushback? Ki, Rupesh, what are you doing? Why lab grown?
So I think we did not receive a lot of negative feedback, because everyone really wants to get upgraded. So a lot of positive responses that we got. We were informed that there would be few occasions where we would want to buy mined diamonds, but other than that, I think people are very open to actually experiment new things now in the market. So I think overall market is shifting towards lab grown diamonds, when people know that this is not an investment, this is something that we would really want to wear for ourselves and for our parties or for our functions. So I think people.
And you have seen affluent families also do this?
Yeah. So everyone who has like large assortment, even in mined diamonds, they are wanting to now buy some pieces in lab grown diamonds also. so that they can keep mix and match their designs and keep wearing for different occasions. Yeah.
Okay. And now that we see that the jewelry market is extremely crowded, but we've also seen brands like Tanishq, Carrot Lane now going into the lab diamond space, right? You have Jiva, you have Lucira. But what is differentiating Lucira from the other brands which are present in the market? And do you feel that there are a lot of copy-paste brands that has come once Lucira was launched?
Yeah. So
Name the brands.
so for us, I think the most important thing that remained for us even at Candere and now at Lucira is the soul of the brand itself. I think the passion that with which you actually create the brand is the biggest thing that you can carry with you for a very long period of time. Otherwise, definitely a lot of things will come and you will get some pushbacks or some negative things, and you will start going away from that particular thing because you are not well motivated enough to actually keep working on that problem statement for a larger period of time. So for us, the biggest differentiator is our passion itself. So that is how we will try to differentiate ourselves in terms of jewelry and lab grown diamonds.
Are you there in how many stores does Lucira have
So
right
we
now?
have launched 3 stores. 4th store is in progress in Noida, Delhi now. And another 3-4 in
And
the
do you
process
visit
of-
your stores every day? Are you constantly checking on customer reviews and feedback?
Continuously. So that's a continuous loop for us. Every day we get all the reviews of the customers, number of people who have reviewed us, why people have not reviewed us, what is the response in terms of designs that they are giving. So there is a detailed feedback that we have.
And you personally check it?
Yeah, every day we check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the lessons that you have learned from Candere which you are now taking at Lucira?
So I think top 3 lessons that we learned from Candere was build a great team, build a great product, and make sure that you have a top-notch customer experience layer built on top of that.
Okay, wow. But you mentioned that now people have started using mined diamonds only for special occasions, which is engagement. But a very different trend is what we are seeing in the US, where 50% of the folks, even during engagement, are now buying lab-grown diamonds because they feel it's very important and you're saving money. Love is more important than the price of the diamond.
Yeah.
But in India, the same has not yet converted into sales.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
So anything that happens in the West takes some time to come in India, and I think it is the trend. We have started receiving few inquiries for engagement rings. So on Saturday we have one scheduled appointment on the store at Borivali, where the couple is coming only for buying an engagement ring on the store.
Do you also customize? They come
Yeah, we
with
do
Samantha Prabhu ne ye, have you gotten all those ring ideas and will you make it for me?
Yeah, we do all the customization,
You
right from
do.
rings to Mangalsutra to necklaces, anything. Yeah.
So now people are coming, people are leaving the natural mind noise behind and they are coming to lab
Yeah,
grown.
people are becoming more and more practical, and I think the new age generation that is coming into buying now, I think they are very practical. They really want to spend more on experiences than only something that will have a lot of value today and then they don't know what will happen after 5 years or 6 years. So they really want to live the moment of the current part.
So traditionally we have seen in India, women are the ones who are decision makers when it comes to jewelry because that is a purchase they can easily make, right? And they are more affluent towards gold as opposed to diamond or lab diamonds now. So are you seeing a shift? Is it difficult for to convince them that hey, lab diamonds is the future? What are your thoughts on this?
So I think India as a market traditionally is very heavy on gold. Still, I think in the entire Indian consumption, 85% of the products being sold are from the gold as a category.
Even do you have gold products in your store?
Currently no,
Okay.
but we tend to bring gold as a line in our. So it will always be a complementary to a lab grown diamond jewelry, which will be modern jewelry for the modern woman, where they can wear light pieces of necklaces or bangles or earrings for their day-to-day use.
Okay.
So we have seen that a lot of women who actually keep investing in gold also now have started shifting towards diamonds. The major 2-3 reasons that we see is gold rates have gone
Skyrocketed, yes, of
rooftop,
course.
and it is unbelievable even for us as a jeweler to accept the current rates. The buying has stopped.
It
We are
has?
not buying from the wholesale market or the manufacturers. We are all holding. We don't know where these gold rates are going to go. Even the customers are confused. A lot of customers are only buying bullion now, not even gold jewelry.
What is bullion, if you could explain it to our
It
customers?
is like 24 carat gold coin or 22 karat gold coin that they will buy and keep it to for now, and maybe after 1 year, 2 years, whenever they would want to convert that piece into jewelry, they will again give back and make that jewelry. So I think people are slightly waiting for the entire gold jewelry market, and it is slowed down in last 60-90 days from when it started crazily going up. So what we are seeing is the trend has started shifting towards diamonds. People really want to wear and they would really want to consume jewelry, but they are okay to buy a lab grown diamond jewelry or a diamond jewelry currently, so that the investment is also not very high, but at the same time they know that now they can wear it for their parties or occasions or weddings, and we are seeing
gold
that.
Gold is currently not being shopped as much as it used to before.
Yeah, people are waiting for some more time. Yeah, but I'm very sure before Akshaya Tritiya, if the market opens again,
people will be asking for gold jewelry again. Yeah. That is the traditional market in India.
Yes.
Very surprisingly, 15% of lab diamonds across the world is made in India, yet consumption is only 8%.
Yeah.
And why is that happening? I mean, shouldn't we be considering our population, considering our affinity towards jewelry? Why aren't we the number one when it comes to lab grown?
So I think that even happened at Mine Diamonds. In fact, Mine Diamond share was even lesser than this. In Mine Diamonds, our production was also very, very high, and our consumption was less than 3-4%. So similar trend that we are seeing in Mine Diamond, but in in lab grown diamonds, the share is increasing continuously now. So I think it is just a matter of time in next 5 years once the accessibility increases. So now with the lab grown diamonds, what is happening is people are actually opening dedicated stores only for lab grown diamonds, which was not possible earlier only with Mine Diamonds. So with Mine Diamonds, they had to keep a lot of gold in that stores, and automatically over the years gold used to be overpower the diamonds. But this time what is happening differently in India is people are only opening lab grown diamond stores, and customers are coming only for that, and the entire awareness is increasing. I think in next 6-7 years we'll see a huge change in the entire consumption pattern in the country.
You will, and you are predicting that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make a note of it, Rupesh, and we'll come back to you in 6-7 years to understand if this prediction holds true. But having said that, lab diamonds still, and I'll talk about my mom, okay? When I told her कि Mama, I want to buy lab grown diamond, and she's like, absolutely not, उसमें तो कोई value ही नहीं है, वो तो आप तो सिर्फ कांच खरीद रहे हो. I'm just telling you what my mom said, right? And so I said, but you always keep saying that buy gold, but don't buy diamonds also, because diamond में भी resale value नहीं होता, and when you need to sell it, doesn't work. How do you change this mindset of?
So I deal with a lot of such moms, and I really like to hear their views, and I did that same experiment in my house. So my mom is a die-hard lover of Mine Diamonds, and उनकी सारी jewelry Mine Diamond की है. तो मैंने experiment घर पे किया. पहले मैंने mom को lab grown के earrings, lab grown के rings सब दे दिए without बोल के कि ये Mine है.
You just gave her this, ये आपके लिए gift है.
तो and she consumed it over a period of 6, 7, 8 months, and she told me नहीं सब अच्छा चल रहा है, तो मुझे और भी कुछ बनाना है, तो मेरे को चूड़ी भी बना देना. तो फिर वो भी हमने दे दी, and she was happy. And then finally after 1 year we told her that ये सब ये costing है इनका. She is now very happy that all of her future jewelry are going to be lab grown for sure.
Why is that?
वो बोल रही कि मुझे उतना इन्वेस्टमेंट करना, क्योंकि मुझे बहुत डिज़ाइंस चाहिए.
Okay.
तो मुझे तो नेकलेस भी चाहिए, मेरे को इयरिंग भी चाहिए, इयरिंग्स में भी मेरे को 4-5 वेरिएशन चाहिए, मेरे को रिंग्स में भी और वेरिएशन चाहिए. तो इतनी हमारे वेडिंग्स होती है, तो शी वुड वांट टू कीप चेंजिंग हर ज्वेलरी. एंड वी हैव सीन दैट वंस दैट taste starts coming inside, people really actually get spoiled for choices. Second thing, when we told our mom that for this particular ring in Mine Diamond, this is going to cost you approximately 25-30 lakhs versus this is costing you 3 lakhs in this lab grown diamond. She told that अगर मैं वो 25-30 lakhs का रिंग लेके अगर वापस रीसेल करती तो क्या होता. तो हमने बोला कि अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 80% रिटर्न आता, तो आपका 30 lakhs में से 6 lakhs के आसपास कट जाता, तो आपको अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 22-23 lakhs डिप्रिशिएटिंग जो भी है. और उनको जब ये पता चला कि ये रिंग का कॉस्ट ही 3 lakhs है, अगर इसमें से कुछ डिडक्ट भी हो गया, उसके बाद भी अगर मुझे 1 लाख भी रिटर्न आता है.
बट इज इट, मतलब जब आप लैब डायमंड बेचते हो तो आपको कुछ मिलता है वापस?
मिलता है. तो फॉर Lucira, we have 100% exchange.
Okay.
People can exchange it across their lifetime,
okay,
and they can upgrade whatever they want to buy, and we have 90% buyback.
Oh,
So if
wow.
you take a 1 lakh ring today and if you want to exchange it tomorrow, you will get 90,000
1,000 back.
Yeah.
That's a great.
So in terms of our policies, we are very, very similar to Mind Diamonds. And in terms of savings, I think the savings is like 90% when you are buying a lab versus a Mind Diamond. So I think in that entire loss that you have between buying and selling in your Mind Diamonds versus even the buying cost of your lab diamond is lesser than that loss.
Right.
So people are investing that balance 24 lakhs either in their FD or they are going for a world tour and then they are coming back. So I think that is how.
आपने अपनी मॉम को कन्विंस कर लिया. I mean, I'm sure आप
हाँ,
मेरी
yeah.
मॉम को भी आप कन्विंस कर ही
100%,
लोगे when it
100%,
comes to
yeah,
this. And
yeah.
I love how you have gone through different genres of ages, right? You have gone to millennials, you've gone to Gen Zs, you've gone to moms who are like above 60 years of age, and you're still trying to make them understand the value of lab-grown diamonds. I think that's wonderfully done. Having said that, naysayers are still saying that China is going to produce huge amount of lab diamonds, India is going to produce huge amount of lab diamonds, the price is going to crash, ये रत्ती के भाव बिकेगा is what we have heard. What are your thoughts on those?
So I think that is entirely lot of campaign going around it from larger Mind Diamond.
We are going to talk
players.
about that.
Yeah, but I think even if for example Swarovski as a brand, they were selling zircons
Right.
since so long back, right from like.
But
last-
lovely designs.
Lovely design. So
Correct.
the focus has to be designs. The focus has to be that entire experience when the consumer buys from you. We buy so many products which are actually very expensive. The costing part of that could be very, very less.
Case
But
in point in iPhone.
yeah, but that doesn't matter to you because you are investing in that design or that particular product. So I think as a brand, Lucira will keep focusing on designs. Price may go down, price may go up. For example, few of our vendors have started pushing us that now the price will go up from next 2-3 months
For lab diamonds.
for lab diamonds
Okay.
because of the demand that is coming. The supply is less, the demand is more. So for example, if you go and ask exactly 2 carat diamonds today in lab grown, they may take 2-3 days to actually give you that particular piece because of the demand that is there in the market. So that is how the demand supply, once it starts getting neutralized, the diamond rates, the lab grown diamond rates will also come to a level where it will suffice the needs of the country, and the rates will also keep going up. That is what I feel over a period of year, because when they see that the demand is increasing, why will they even reduce price?
Right. So the diamond industry right now is facing somewhat of an existential crisis, and you also mentioned it. We have geopolitical tensions, we have the tariffs, we have the ethical sourcing needs that people now are looking into, especially Gen Z and millennials are now waking up to it. There is no requirement of blood diamonds, right? Are you witnessing an end for natural diamonds, or is it just noise?
It will take some time for people to consume all the information. I think both the markets will survive. Definitely in terms of your very special occasions, you may still want to buy a Mind Diamond, but for your lot of day-to-day jewelry, you will keep switching on to lab-grown diamond. That is what I see in future, in next 3 to 5 years.
Both the brands
yeah.
will exist, but you keep mentioning that when in special occasions people will choose natural, right? What are your thoughts on the bridal era of Indian weddings, and do you think that will it move to lab, or will it be natural only?
No, there I'm seeing a lot of people moving towards lab-grown diamonds.
They are?
Yeah.
That's very surprising.
Because a lot of people are telling that that big necklace that they are going to wear on their wedding day is not the necklace that they are going to keep wearing continuously.
Correct.
And it is just a one-time big thing for them, and it will go in the lockers. So they want to save that money and actually reinvest. So there was one of the customers from Delhi. He took the entire coat of lab-grown diamond necklace from us and the Mind Diamond. I gave him Mind Diamond coat also, that this is what is the coat. You can then make it from wherever you want. And the entire difference in the coat was 1 crore for Mind Diamond to 15 lakhs in lab-grown diamonds. Now he told मेरा टोटल शादी का खर्चा 85 लाख ही है रुपेश, तो ये 15 लाख लेके 85 लाख का खर्चा करके शायद मेरा पूरा काम हो जाएगा, एंड वॉट एवर सेविंग्स आर देयर आई
Give it to my daughter. Correct.
so that she can use wherever she want. So I think a lot of people are taking practical calls that if they feel that they can actually reinvest that money in mutual funds, FDs, even for travel, even for bigger houses, or even for a 24 karat gold bar, they would want to opt that and actually make that jewelry also that they want to wear, and at the same time their savings can go in something else.
Is this specifically a metro trend, or do you see villagers also do that? Because I remember there was a point in time, and I come from a very small town of Assam, right? It's called Dibrugarh. I'm sure you must have not even heard of it.
No, I have heard.
You have, okay. So, वहाँ पे ना lot of tea gardeners, villagers used to save money specifically and buy gold
Yeah.
and buy diamond because that was like बेटी को देना है और कुछ special occasion है. उधर तक education कैसे जाएगी when it comes to India?
So I think it is just the matter of accessibility. The more you keep going in tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 towns and keep educating that, it will keep expanding. So whatever has happened with different categories will keep happening even for this category.
Lucira will expand to non-metros also?
Yeah.
You will? That's one of your plans?
Yeah, we will.
Great. So in India specifically, we have seen middle class love new designs, but they're always very price conscious. There is accessibility and there is affordability that always comes into play. Will affordability just win, or will it reshape the way the entire market works?
So I think both. People are very conscious about design. So if you really sell bad designs, it will not work for sure. But if your designs are good and at the same time it is very much in their range, then I think you have the power to win the entire market. So I think designs with right pricing is going to win.
And how does the trust factor come into the picture? So जब मैं कुछ महीने पहले मैंने तनिष्क की book पढ़ी थी on how the entire way they had launched Tanishq, right? It was beautiful. It was very thought provoking in the way a lot of customers used to come to them and tell them कि यार मेरा जो jeweler है उसने मुझे he has धोखा दिया है and they have just given us gold which is not actually the value it is supposed to be. Does the same happen in diamond? Have you seen this happening in your stores? Tell us one horror story when it happened. Or
so technically this has happened mainly in the gold side. Even on the diamond side it happens.
तो trust कैसे करें? Is there any card? What should our customers look into, or what should our viewers look into? कि जब आप, what are your thoughts कि अगर आप किसी के पास भी जा रहे हो या Lucira के पास आ रहे हो, these are the 4 things you should always see.
So I think the top things that customers should look into when they are buying gold and diamonds, one is definitely BIS hallmarking for sure, and now I think government has already intervened in the market to such an extent where everything has to be hallmarked. So I think now people will not get what they were getting maybe 10 years back. Now everything is hallmarked, so now that particular problem is solved. Second is IGI, GIA or SGL certification that they will get with every single diamond piece that they sell, so that they know what is the quality that they are buying.
And what is the good quality of diamond?
So the one of the best quality is VVS. On top of that is IF, but the diamonds produced in IF quality is very less. So VVS is the most widely used quality in lab grown diamonds. If you go to mined diamonds, the highest used quality is SIGH, which is the one of the lowest quality because of the price points.
Okay.
So in lab grown diamonds, people are actually buying topmost quality at a better price, versus in mined diamond they are buying one of the
lowest quality at a higher price. Wow, that's interesting to say. And what would, if you have to explain to a 20-year-old कि this is the difference between a mined diamond and a lab grown diamond, what is it?
So my pitch will start, there is no difference between mined diamond and lab grown diamonds. Second thing is definitely in terms of the entire certification, I will train or ask them that this is the certification for lab grown diamonds, this is the certification for mined diamonds, so that the trust part is clear. And then I will talk on the pricing part, because I do not want people to take decision on the pricing front, but more on the looks and on the trust. Once that is sorted, then we talk about pricing. This is for 4 lakhs, this is for 40,000. What do you think? Do you want to buy this or this? And if everyone says that we would want to buy a 40,000 piece because certification is there, trust is there, it looks
buyback
is there, exchange is there, and I'm more than happy to now buy this.
Okay. De Beers spent 100 years telling everyone that diamond is forever. Here comes a lab diamond which is made in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then you tell them that, hey, this has emotional value. Is this a marketing gimmick?
So definitely De Beers is a great marketing company, we all know that, and
it's a marketing company, it's a jewelry company.
It's a jewelry company who actually does great marketing. Yeah. So and definitely the narrative that they took across all the countries was diamond is forever, and it is still the true for all of us. But I think the scarcity that they created, that and demand supply.
क्या है वो सच है?
I think it was available in abundance with all the parties, but since they were the controllers, they used to control the market in a very large way. We see that even in China, suddenly a particular commodity will stop coming from China to you, and you will see that a lot of people are getting into a panic mode because that particular product is not coming to them, and suddenly the rates will go up. We have seen it across all commodities. Today we are even seeing it on silver as a commodity, that China has started
stopping supply
to rest of the world for silver, and rates have gone up crazily high. Where it has gone we don't know, and where it will go we don't know.
What are your thoughts on these things? Should we hold? Should we buy?
I think it is too much of movement currently. We should wait and watch for few more weeks to actually understand where it is settling from here, and once it is settling down, then I think we should keep investing.
And lab grown diamonds are getting cheaper every year, right? Why should a consumer buy something today that may be worth much less tomorrow?
So technically, since it is for self-consumption, I think people will have to come out of that emotion that I'm buying something of 1 lakh and this may come down to maybe 70,000 or 80,000. We have bought so many iPhones, we have bought so many cars. We never think about it in this way. A 1 crore car that you buy today may be depreciated every year by 20%, and it will be like 20 lakhs in next 5 years. But we never think in that, because it is for your self-consumption. You buy it for your safety, for your family.
That's like a practiced answer, right? You know it. This is the answer I have to give every time people ask me this question.
No, but this is how the entire trend is going to change for the country now, where people are going to buy it for themselves, for their self-consumption, because they like it. Since you keep buying a lot of Gucci bags or Prada or a lot of things, just because you like that particular piece and you really want to enjoy that particular moment. But in the lab-grown diamonds, when people know that even after wearing, there is a lot of resale value in the base metal itself. So for example, today when we make a lab-grown diamond ring, the composition of gold to diamond ratio is almost 60-40. So 60% is still gold in that, which will have always the resale value whatever you.
That's a very find out moment, because nobody knows about it, right? So should people always be asking this question, how much gold is there in my lab grown diamond product?
Because we give all the bifurcation to the consumers, that this is the gold value, this is the diamond value, this is the making charge, and this is GST.
And what is the carat in gold? Is it 18 carat?
We do 18 carat and 14 carat both. And even if some customer asks for 9 carat, we give that also.
And 22 no?
If someone wants to make 22, we can do, but 22 we don't prefer, because the setting will not be very great in 22, because the gold is very softer in 22.
Okay, great. So that's something we learned today. Great. And why? See, we have accepted electric cars, we have accepted plant-based meats, we have accepted so many things which are made in labs, but still the acceptance of diamonds is very, very low. How do you educate? What is your one giveaway that you want to tell all the people who are listening to this, that hey, buy this because?
Buy this because it is very similar to what you are already buying as mined diamonds. It has exactly the same certification what you used to buy. It has a good resale, buyback, return policy with you, and it is coming at almost 1/10 or 1/20th of the price. So,
and you can repeat, and you can sell, and you can buy again.
If the listeners are smart enough, they will understand what they have to do.
So there was a very interesting Reddit post where, I don't know if you read it, but in the US there was an engagement. The boyfriend gifted a $2,000 engagement ring, which was a lab-grown diamond, but she wanted a $20,000 because that is what the girl thought the love is worth. And she said, I don't want lab, I want natural. So do you think this decision becomes so emotional when it comes to weddings and proposals that people would want a natural diamond, or are you seeing a shift here?
So in such cases, I would prefer the girlfriend and boyfriend to talk to each other first.
They broke up, by the way.
So if the decision is made and the entire love is dependent on that one single piece of jewelry, then I think you really need to think that love is real or not. So, and if it doesn't matter to you whether it is a lab diamond ring or a mined diamond ring or a gift that you really want to give, then I think it is completely fine.
Is it fair to say that natural diamonds are about legacy, while lab-grown diamonds are about choice?
To a certain extent, yes, but I think it is going to take some more time for us to define it in the right way. Lab diamonds have only come in the market since last 5-6 years now. Mined diamonds were there since ages. So in next 5-6 years, I think a lot of things, lot of air will get cleared, and people will understand what is the difference and what they should choose, and then we can define that. This is, for example, if you see pearl as a category, basra moti अभी इंडिया में या वर्ल्ड में it is less than 0.001% which is left,
Which is
was
left.
the original basra moti, and the cost of that has gone in crores and crores. But the only pearl that is there in the market is the cultured pearl, and अपने सारी ज्वेलरी में कल्चर्ड पर्ल ही लगता है अभी,
और ये एजुकेशन किसी को भी नहीं पता है.
और 99.99% मार्केट शिफ्ट हो चुका है. पहले सिर्फ बसरा, अगर किसी भी राजा महाराजा का मुकुट निकालोगे या कोई माला आएगी स्टोर पे, आज भी आती है बहुत बार हमारे स्टोर्स पे पुरानी माला, अगर कोई सेल करने के लिए आ रहे हैं, देन वी हैव सीन दैट ओरिजिनल बसरा मोती उसमें से निकलता है. बट अभी कोई भी ज्वेलरी में बसरा मोती लगता ही नहीं,
Now it's
बिकॉज
all
द कॉस्ट
culture.
हैज गॉन.
So is it safe to assume that in 5 years down the lane, the most number of jewelry that is made, especially in diamond, is lab grown?
It would be.
It would be.
Yeah.
Okay. So now Valentine's is around the corner. I went around asking around in our office, right? What is the one question you guys want me to ask Rupesh? And they all mentioned that, honestly बताइएगा कि अगर अभी आपको किसी को propose करना पड़े and you have to give advice to someone, what is the jewelry piece that you will ask them to give to their girlfriends or their partners? Is it going to be lab or is it going to be natural? And which Lucira piece is it going to be?
If you ask me, it has to be definitely lab grown diamonds for sure. Top 3 pieces that I would recommend them to actually buy is a heart shaped ring.
Is it still trending?
It is trending a lot, and every year we see a lot of trend coming. Second is definitely the you and me ring, the Toi Moi ring, which we are seeing a lot of trend coming for the business. And third is the love bracelet that we have created, where in the center you have 2 diamonds coming together, and we have named it as love bracelet. So I think these top 3 pieces are.
And what is the one trend you wish just completely vanishes when it comes to diamond jewelry and you are tired of making it but people still ask for it?
So I think one thing that people really want to buy in India a lot is clusters.
What is that?
So clusters were actually made by mainly in Indian companies, because people were not able to afford solitaires.
Okay.
So they made clusters which look like solitaires, but there are like 8 different stones which will make that solitaire look, so that the cost comes down, and you can still buy that 1 carat piece. But now I think with lab grown diamonds you can actually buy a good solitaire pieces. So I think that one design type should go away.
So again, going back to De Beers, they owned Lightbox in 2018. They decided that, hey, it's time to invest in lab grown diamonds because that is where the world is shifting.
Yeah.
Come 2025, they shut it down.
Yeah.
And they say that it's because the prices of lab grown diamonds were dropping. What does this tell us about their strategy? Are they scared that lab grown diamonds are going to take away their business, or is this just another of their marketing tactics?
So I think top 2 things that I understand from that in person is, one is definitely there is a lot of trust signal that they are sending in the market, that we as a company, we were owning the entire mined diamond business, and when we are only investing in a lab grown diamond, which is a direct competitor to a mined diamond, is it the right signal to all these shareholders who have actually invested in De Beers? Second thing was, since the growth was phenomenally well in Lightbox year on year versus in their main business of mined in last 6-7 years, it was very clearly seen that this business will keep going up, and if they don't shut it down, the problem is the questions will keep coming from the existing.
So catch-22 situation here.
Yeah. So they had no option that, but to pass that signal to the market in the right way, that we are shutting down this business and we would only want to focus on mined diamonds. Yeah.
And who's winning the narrative war? Because natural diamond companies are now marketing rare and billions of years old. Lab grown diamonds companies are saying ethical and sustainable. So who's winning the war? Because Gen Z has the purchasing power right now.
Yeah.
They are checking their designs, they are checking where the products are being made. And they have the purchasing power as well. They are looking for more sustainable options. So
Yeah.
where do you think this market is going? Will it going to be billions in the making? Rare, is that going to win, or sustainability is going
So
to
I
win?
think all the customers in the market are smart enough to understand and make their own choices. And when they are seeing both the narratives coming in front of them, they are seeing that one is being pushed a lot in terms of
Which is
the rare or billions of the years wala communication, versus lab-grown diamond communication is coming in more subtle way, where people really want to make their choices. They can choose whatever they want to buy, but this is the proposition in front of consumers. The other companies are trying to do a lot of work in terms of demeaning the other industry, which should not be the case, because let consumer decide what is right for their occasion, their pockets, their future, and make an informed decision in their life. Yeah.
So the prices of lab-grown diamonds are decreasing. My parents' engagement ring, which was an heirloom piece, while mine, if I buy a lab-grown diamond, will it have the same emotional value?
I think emotional value remains still the same. It is more with that piece itself instead of the material used in it. I'm very sure I still have a lot of watches which were gifted to me by my grandfather. I don't know the cost of it, whether it was like 300 rupees or 500 rupees or 1000, I don't know that. But that piece has a lot of value for me, and I've just kept it for my memories. So I think that piece will have a lot of value instead of the material that you use. And if we all agree to that, then even you buy a lab diamond or a mine diamond or a gemstone ring, you will have same emotion.
Do you think that consumers are brainwashed into thinking the right way of marketing diamonds are forever? And you recently mentioned the Basra pearls, yeah, Basra Moti versus the cultured pearl. This is a news to me. I had zero clue about this happening, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think that there is a whitewash, brainwash happening to consumers? And we have seen a lot of natural diamonds company do this right now, where they're constantly saying that lab diamonds is glass, you're paying for nothing, and don't believe people say there are influencer campaigns against it.
Yeah.
What are your views on that?
So I think every marketing really makes a lot of sense for lab-grown diamond industry, because that is how the awareness, whatever negative marketing happens, I think the awareness is continuously increasing for us. So when we had this focused discussion group, out of the entire 30 women's group, everyone knew about lab-grown diamond. I was so happy. Okay. That we don't have to spend more on the education part of it. I'm very sure in your entire office,
people know, yeah. And we were just discussing this before you came, that we just got a diamond ring, but it is lab. And I said, doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Whether it's lab or as long as the emotional value counts.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the awareness is happening more and more for the industry itself. Every negative campaign that is coming in the market is actually increasing it to masses, and people are more intrigued towards now understanding what is the lab grown diamonds. And I'm so happy personally when people really ask us on the stores, can you please explain us the entire process of manufacturing? So we have even created a beautiful video for the store where every customer who comes, even they want to buy or not buy, we would just want to ask them to see the entire film of 1 minute, how that entire lab grown diamond is made.
And you mentioned, right, that a lot of new age brands and legacy brands are now doing jewelry. We have seen Bulgari, we have seen Cartier, we have seen Cartier especially have a chokehold on all the Gen Z and millennials. Such bolna, is it worth it to buy that piece of jewelry? Because मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था कि it's just metal that you're paying for, like 14 carats, and you're paying like whooping amount of money. What are your thoughts on those?
So yes, it is a large cost that is there, and it is there because of their margins that they really want to make on every single piece, because for them it doesn't matter whether you are buying gold, silver or any other thing, but that design really holds a lot of value for them, and a lot of engineering has gone there. So in terms of that piece, it really is something that they will value in that way. But if you only see about the commodity, the gold weight in that, it is not beyond maybe 1.52 lakhs is what.
आपके पास request आते हैं कि Cartier का bag?
Lot of people really ask us that, can you really make this copy of Cartier or Tiffany or some other brand? Definitely at a jeweler level in local markets, a lot of designs are made in that particular way, and then we supply it to the consumers if they really want. But it's not the design that we keep on the shelf. Yeah.
And we have also seen a lot of Western celebrities, especially in Hollywood. We have seen Leonardo DiCaprio talk about it. We have seen Emma Stone wear lab-grown diamond, which is so beautiful, right, in a red carpet, which was traditionally been sponsored by De Beers, and now you have one of the biggest celebrities of Hollywood come wear lab-grown diamonds. And in India, we have still not seen that shift, because still when we see a lot of page 3 celebs, or we see Bollywood celebrities coming in the red carpet, they are not necessarily promoting lab-grown diamonds. Why is that case?
So I think in India, the trends do not get defined through a red carpet.
Okay.
In US, it actually gets defined. Whatever a celebrity wears on that red carpet, suddenly you will start seeing that trend coming across the country in US, and a lot of buying will start happening, and that is how they promote. But in India, still the entire influential part that this particular celebrity has worn this dress or this particular jewelry suddenly becomes a trend. But if that jewelry is a part of their genuine occasion for their wedding or for their engagement, then it becomes a trend. So still I think in India that trend is yet to come, where larger red carpet things are happening.
And do you think in India celebrities still drive consumption?
Yeah, they drive a lot. In tier 2, tier 3, they drive crazy consumptions. We will see that a lot of people asking for what a particular, even the TV artist. Majorly we get a lot of interest even from TV artists that this Mangal Sutra, can we really get this Mangal Sutra?
That Virat Anushka Mangal Sutra, did you get a lot of orders for that?
Lot of orders, yeah.
And what about Neeta Ambani's jewelry, which is Lauren Schwartz, and you have seen those big pear-shaped diamonds, and how does that ear hold that? I don't know. But do you have inquiries for that as well?
We do not want to focus on all the segments of the jewelry. We are very clear. We are a jewelry brand who wants to focus majorly below 2 lakh as a segment.
Okay.
And in that
is
also,
your ASP.
That's our average ticket value, and in that also majorly our product range is between 40,000 to 1 lakh. That's where we would want to place ourselves.
And that is a safe game that you are playing, or do you feel that if you go above that, what happens?
No, so even if we go beyond that, nothing will happen. But the problem is you cannot actually keep so much inventory across so many stores. And then when the customer comes and when they are coming for a heavy necklace or when they come for a very large piece, and if we don't keep, the customer will keep going away from us. We are very clearly communicating that for this range of product and this type of designs, we are the brand.
And with your previous experience at Candere also, you have seen that India shops differently across the board, right? From South, you will see more of gold jewelry. Where is diamond more preferred in India? Which city or which geography of India is where diamonds are more preferred?
So diamond consumption is there in all the cities, but the designs are different.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
So if you go to South, solitaire doesn't sell there. Smaller diamond sells there a lot. And top quality diamonds. So if you sell in Bangalore or in Hyderabad, you will only sell VVS quality for sure. If you go to north part of it, in Delhi, you will see larger diamond pieces being sold there, but at a lower quality. A lot of mine diamond players.
So Delhi likes to show off their diamonds, but the quality is not that
quality
good.
is not
of course.
So that's what we have seen. The designs keep changing, and because of the consumption or the size of the diamond, the entire design palette changes for you. So now when we are even going to Delhi,
open stores,
though our entire designs have changed for the Delhi store.
So the catalog changes as per the city that you are going in. What about Mumbai? Do you think that Mumbai is balanced, or
Mumbai is balanced, where we have seen that we have consumption coming from both the sides, where we sell a lot of smaller pieces also and few large pieces also. So Mumbai is more of a balanced part for us.
But in India, celebrity trust still matters. We have seen Shilpa Shetty and a lot of hoardings of limelight across Mumbai, and then we have seen Anushka Sharma for Jiva. And how much do you think these endorsements of actually change buying behavior?
It really impacts a lot in terms of building the real equity of the brand. And in India, I think celebrity is the way forward for a lot
Lucira will also have their own celebrity?
Yeah, definitely. In terms of our roadmap, it is there. But when the right time, when we have sufficient distribution done, then we definitely think on bringing some good celebrity on board who can help us in scaling the campaign from X level to Y level. Yeah.
And I love the way you have grown your LinkedIn, and I've loved the way your social media game is on point, especially you being founder-led. What are your thoughts on founder-led marketing? We have seen a lot of brands now do that. A lot of jewelry brands also. Very interesting Instagram campaigns.
Yeah.
And do you think this is the way of the future?
I think. See, there are 2-3 ways in which I would want to think about it. One is definitely you start talking to your audience directly, and you speak your heart out to them when you are building in public. Second thing is also that since the content consumption has gone up so crazily high, you cannot actually make a lot of content by hiring people.
Okay.
You will have to learn how do you make the content in the right way at a very low cost. So that's the second piece that we are learning in the journey, where how do you make sure that there are right pieces of content being delivered to the consumers in the right way. And third thing that we have seen is since the trust is the most important factor for building the brand, and if the founder comes himself as a face and he commits that this is what we are going to do, we have seen that even on the calls So if there is a customer who's there on the call, and if our sales agents are talking, or a jewelry expert is talking to that customer, and if he doesn't understands, or if he's not buying the product, then I may go on that call to convert that customer today also. So
And you do that?
I do that. And we have seen that when the customer talks to the founder directly, he gets lot of confidence that ये product अच्छा आएगा, service अच्छा मिलेगा, lifetime मैं relationship build कर पाऊँगा इनके साथ. And that is how you keep building. Once you go to the public also in that same way, you are telling very openly the market that this is the brand, this is what we intend to do, and this is how we will support you in your entire journey.
और आपको क्या लगता है कि सबसे बड़ी मिस्टेक्स अभी इंडियन फाउंडर्स क्या कर रहे हैं, स्पेशली इन दिस ज्वेलरी स्पेस?
I think few brands are actually going too thin in terms of their growth cycles, which may impact creating.
Explain that more.
For example, they may start operating in lot of cities in one go,
Okay.
which may not give them enough of bandwidth in the backend to build the entire
Supply chain.
and the entire security systems, because jewelry as a business has a lot of security loopholes also.
Right.
And if they don't build it in the right way, it may impact the entire backend system. So they should build the backend in a very right way to actually
Robust
scale.
manner, yeah. And you mentioned about founders leaving a company and then the brands just stop performing. What are your thoughts on those? Would love to hear that.
So it doesn't stop completely, but that DNA, the soul of the brand, where founder was running the entire show, and if they really create a second line in the right way, and they also run the show in the same way, where a lot of equity is given, versus a traditional player coming and running that company, has a very different vibe altogether in that company.
वो ज़्यादा profit सोचेंगे, ये ज़्यादा passion
ये
सोचेंगे.
पैशन सोचेगा, बोलेगा नहीं कस्टमर को चाहिए ना, let's do it, let's focus and keep customer in the center. They will definitely keep focusing that ये पर्टिकुलर डायमंड ज्वेलरी में इतना प्रॉफिट नहीं हो रहा है तो ये बंद कर दो डिज़ाइन, बट उसका सेल्स आ रहा है लेकिन डिज़ाइन बंद हो गया, तो सडनली योर सेल्स में गो डाउन. So this is what we have seen in the companies.
And in Lucida, you have done an omni-channel play beautifully. Where does AI come into the picture when it comes to jewelry? We have seen it take over all over tech, all over advertising.
Yeah.
What happens in jewelry?
So I think for us, 2-3 areas are very clearly getting in the business. One is definitely the entire product detail pages, where your images, if they are given the right inputs, you can get beautiful shots from AI in terms of different settings, in terms of on the airport, on the beach, on the
and you're not
metro.
necessarily spending so much,
yeah.
as you used to when it used to be a physical campaign.
Yeah, and it was very difficult. A lot of time we did not even had stock to actually do that shoot.
Okay.
So now, without even having that stock, we can actually make these creatives. That's one part. Second part that we have seen definitely in a lot of ideation part and content creation, it really helps us in terms of scripting to understanding what could be the next big trend. And on the third side, for the customer side, we are creating the interface where customers can come and write whatever they want, and we'll build an entire piece of jewelry.
So prompt to design.
Prompt to design, yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So that's already work in progress. I think in next couple of weeks it should come out. Yeah.
Wow, I'd love to try that. All right. So now this segment of ours is called The Internet Wants to Know, where we asked our audience a lot of questions and they wanted you to answer those, right? So I'll start the first one. If I'm buying my first diamond, should I choose lab grown or mined?
You should choose lab grown diamonds.
And that is because?
That is because since it's your first diamond, you should first try, test, understand what's the entire feel of it. If you really want to then upgrade to a very larger piece of mined diamond, you can do that, or else you can keep buying more designs in lab grown diamonds.
If I don't tell people it's lab grown, will anyone even know?
No, no one will know.
Not even like hard boiled jewelers like you?
No one.
No one. Okay, great. Is lab grown diamond okay for weddings or only for daily wear?
It is okay for both now.
How do I ensure I'm not being misled while buying a diamond?
Definitely you need to test the gold purity, you need to make sure that you have all the certification in place, plus all the policies in place.
What policies like?
Lifetime exchange, 15-day return policy, buyback, whatever will be the gold rate, you should get exactly the same gold rate. Whatever is the diamond rate, you should get that same diamond rate. So I think these are the important things.
When you say that return policy, do you have return policy in jewelry?
Yeah, we have.
और कोई अगर आपको साबुन की बट्टी भेज दे in your box, what are you going to do?
So technically, whenever we send the jewelry, it is opened in front of customers and we have an open box policy that we give to the consumers. Similarly, when we collect, they collect it in front of them, and they see the piece, and then they seal, and then they bring.
And this fleet is of yours, Lucida
Yeah.
only.
So no, we use BVC, Sequel. They have a separate arm for jewelry. Yeah.
Okay. What's the biggest mistake first-time diamond buyers make?
So I think a lot of first-time diamond buyers actually buy a piece of jewelry without certificate. Yeah, that we have seen. Yeah.
What would you buy if you were the customer and not the founder of Lucida?
As a jewelry piece.
Yeah.
For myself or
for anyone in your family, or for yourself, or for your mom.
So for mom, definitely a lot of bangles, because she loves it, and different designs now we can make in lab grown diamonds. So bangles would be the piece. Yeah.
And bridal market doesn't want lab grown.
Bridal market doesn't want lab grown to a certain extent, but we are seeing a very
massive
shift. Yeah.
So last question to you now, Rupesh, would be, you have built this entire business on one premise, that consumers will choose value and ethics over rarity and tradition. What happens if you're wrong? What's your plan B if India decides natural diamonds still mean more? Two parts of this question.
So I think we as founders, we only have plan A, we don't have plan B. We make sure that it really works for us, whatever it takes. It takes better products, better engineering, better design, better campaigns. So you go all in and make sure that it becomes a success over a period of years. And if at all things doesn't move because of the external market condition, then you should be open enough to pivot your decisions in the right way, where how do you bring even vermeil or silver jewelry as a concept, where you can actually even go down the ladder in terms of price points. If mind really becomes something after 7-8 years, if suddenly something happens, then you should be flexible enough that there is enough of options in your kitty where you can even upgrade to that particular level. So I think as a founder, we have to be in that shoes where we are ready to pivot at any point of time. Yeah.
And what do you think if somebody is going to launch their own jewelry business right now in lab grown diamonds? What is that one piece of advice you'll tell them that, hey, listen to this podcast because?
Listen to this podcast because you need to build your own merchandise in the right way, first thing, your own price points in the right way, and the entire systems in the right way. Once you have these three things in your kitty, then you can start scaling your business very fast.
All right. Thank you so much, Rupesh. What an exciting episode this has been. Diamonds are no longer just stones. They are stories shaped by technology, culture, and belief. Lab-grown diamonds aren't here to replace natural ones. They are here to redefine what luxury means for a new generation. If you're buying diamonds, selling diamonds, or just questioning old rules, this conversation definitely matters. Drop your biggest doubt about lab-grown diamonds in the comments and tell us, what would you wear? Would you wear a lab-grown one or a mined one? Subscribe to Find Out with Ragini for more conversations that challenge old stories and ask better questions. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and don't buy blindly.